Well, Mario, this definitely went from I would have been not as excited to go over this. Of course, I'm excited for the two title fights with Jessica Andrade, or not Jessica Andrade, Jose Aldo Peter Yan and Max Holloway Volkanovski, but I was not that hype on Kamaru Usman and Gilbert Burns.
Neither was I. I was hoping that the Max fight would have been the main event.
That would have been nice.
But now,
this might
we
be.
got game bread, baby.
This might be
6 day short notice.
This might be the best UFC card ever. At least those three fights. You know, the Paige Van Zandt fights, whatever. If they would have swapped that for like another banger, this would be.
But dude, I'm there to watch Paige.
Oh hell yeah!
Sexy self, like.
Of course, man. I'll watch. I don't care if her record's 0-12. I'll watch her fight any day.
Oh yeah, her record's not even that bad.
8-4. Yeah.
It's not even that bad.
She's a 50-50 fighter or 500 fighter or whatever.
That's about 500. She's at least at 75.
The 8-4. Yeah, terrible math.
At least at 75.
At least. Prelims are cool, but there's so much in the main card to talk about. At least in the prelims, something to look out for is the what is it, Volkan Ozdemir?
Mm-hmm.
Is that that's one to watch out for. But aside from that, going into the main card for 251, first fight on Fight Island. That's gonna be dope to see. Already seeing the fighters showing up there. The cage that's on the beach, from what I know, that's just a training cage. That's not gonna be the main one, which is good because there's way too many issues trying to do it outside.
Especially since they're fighting in the morning.
Yeah, I mean, this isn't fucking WrestleMania. You can't have it like in Orlando outside there.
But that'd be fucking dope.
Yeah, but imagine like sand going in the cage and shit, or in a fighter's eye in the middle of the fight.
Just like Bloodsport.
Yeah, you're right. You just gotta, you just
wait
it out.
You have to practice.
Yeah,
you gotta practice blindfolded.
Fight blindfolded. It makes sense.
But yeah, no. If that is like if that's just the practice cage, that's good.
Yeah, that's right.
Keep the playing field even throughout the whole fight.
That's wild though. They gotta fight like 6.
6 o'clock in the morning.
Just so we can watch at night.
Which, hey, I'm okay with.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna watch this shit at 10 a.m.
Fuck no, dude.
No, I'd catch it later in the day.
I mean, I would.
You'd wake up at 6 to watch it?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, me too.
Fuck yeah. You be here.
Oh, fuck yeah.
You be here watching it.
It's, I heard that a lot of the fighters are just going to go over there and stay in the U.S. time zone just so they don't...
Accustomed to.
Yeah, well, if they don't get acclimated, then they don't have to worry about fighting at 6 a.m. If they're going there and, you know, sleeping at what would be 10 p.m. here and, you know, just... And I guess that's smart.
Like, it also makes them tired if they're staying up. But now if they're...
But if you just never even get used to the Abu Dhabi time, then you're not tired because it's the normal time that you would be fighting either way.
Right.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, I'm glad I'm not doing it. I don't think anybody will... No one's going to be walking in the cage fucking sleepy, I think.
That'd be crazy.
That'd be you got to energize that person. Give him a coffee or a Red Bull or something.
You can, dude. It's against...
Yeah, too much caffeine, you're going to get busted. But yeah, starting off the main card, Amanda Ribas, I think that's how you say her name.
Yeah.
Whatever, and Paige Van Zandt.
That's gonna be. It's not the best fight on the card.
No, yeah,
you have one of the sexiest females fighting on that card.
Facts, yeah.
So,
and I'll watch it just for that.
Yeah. So I want Paige to win.
That might be the one you're gonna miss, and I know you're not tripping about. Of all the fights to miss, that's not what you're tripping on.
Bad.
Mario's got a wedding on Saturday, but he'll still try to make it. Right.
Yeah.
We'll see what we can do. But Amanda,
sorry guys, I missed your wedding.
I know, right? Amanda's 9-1. I think she's on like a 4-fight win streak, I believe.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know much of her.
Paige has 1 win. Before that, she's losing and then winning and losing. Amanda's got this for sure, in my opinion. I don't know how she's gonna do it, but 100%, I think Amanda's winning this fight.
I got Paige decision. Let's go.
Oh, really? Just because she's hot?
Yes.
All right. Well, I'll give you that one. Moving on, after that would be the Jessica Andrade and Rose Namajunas fight.
Number 2, yeah.
The rematch.
Dude, Rose is going to win this fight.
Oh, yeah, I believe.
Rose had it in the first time.
Until she got dropped on her head.
Twice.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully she learned from that.
Oh, definitely.
Well, Jessica does that to a lot of her opponents, though, so that's... she's good at just picking them up and dumping them on their head. If Rose can stay away from that, this is her fight.
Definitely. I think Rose is going to win it. I'm saying second round TKO.
Really? I was thinking that, but I'm going to go third. Just because Jessica's she's a strong woman. I'll say third for that one. But definitely, I mean, if Rose wins this, I'm assuming she can go fight Zhang Wei Li after that, which that's a tough fight.
Or she might fight one more fight.
With Joanna?
I don't know if she'll fight Joanna or somebody else.
Yeah.
You know, like somebody that's not fully ranked.
Right.
Just to get back to custom and winning.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's possible. I mean, they haven't heard anything from Zhang Wei Li since she beat Joanna, so I don't know if there's anything in the works for her. Maybe, but if she does fight the winner of this, cool. She beat the shit out of Jessica Andrade, so you know, so we'll see how that rematch goes down. Or Rose hasn't gotten a chance to fight her, so I like Rose's stand up. I think she uses her long arms pretty well. So, and I mean, she fucked up Joanna twice. I think as long as she can avoid getting dumped on her head. This is Rose. You said second round. I said third round.
Yeah, definitely. And moving on, we have Peter Yan and Aldo.
This is. I think way too many people are overlooking Jose.
They are.
You know, in my opinion, I think he's the greatest featherweight of all time.
No, he had his run. He really did. With the UFC, Dana White giving him another opportunity right under his doorstep to get another title
for sure
under his belt. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, people are shit talking because he lost to Marlon Moraes, but I think he won that fight.
I don't remember watching.
It was
that
close.
fight.
It was super close. But I think Aldo won the fight. Dana said he thinks he won. A lot of people did. Just the judges didn't seem to. I think it was a split decision. This is tough, man. Peter Yan's a savage. Great knockout power.
He is. I mean, this is his first real competition, though.
Facts. Yeah, his only other two great wins were like Jimmy Rivera and Uriah Faber, which is, for how stacked the bantamweight division is, not that impressive.
No, it really isn't. But dude, Peter Yan coming in 14-1.
Yeah.
Where Aldo's coming in at 26-6. So
yeah,
I personally I want Peter Yan to win.
Really?
I want him to win.
Okay.
I was never on the hype train, or I was never really a big fan or following of Aldo.
See, you didn't come in early enough, brother.
No, dude.
Before, when Aldo was the WEC featherweight champ, and then UFC bought WEC, so he just immediately became the featherweight champ. He has, and the argument comes up, and I hate in the UFC they always say Max Holloway, the greatest featherweight of all time, which I understand. He beat Aldo twice. I get it. But it's like Chris Weidman beat Anderson Silva twice. Nobody calls Chris Weidman the greatest of all time.
True. I mean, one of those wins was
snapping his shin. Yeah, whatever. But he knocked him out in the first one.
Yeah.
But and nothing against Max. I just think looking at it on paper, Jose Aldo had 9 or 10 title defenses, which is super impressive. I think he won it, or he lost the belt when he was like 30 years old. He's only 33 right now, or 34, which is crazy for someone who's been around that long. Max beat, I think, Anthony Pettis to get his title. And then he beat Aldo twice. And then he beat Brian Ortega and then lost to Volkanovski. So, like, that's not really... There might be one more in there. But that's not really greatest of all time accomplishments. And I think it's because he was undefeated for, like, 10 in a row at the point. But that's not title defenses.
True.
Aldo had 10 title defenses
in a row.
You know? I think what overshadows Aldo's career is that he got knocked out in 13 seconds against Conor. But
that was still impressive.
Oh, fuck yeah. Especially that he was practicing it the night before. Yeah.
Shout out to Conor.
Yeah, man. But I like Peter Yan. I think Peter Yan will probably win.
Are we going decision?
No. If he wins, it's a title fight too. That's great. This is going to be a long fucking night.
Yep.
It's just going to be that one night when we were watching, and I think it was the Max Holloway Dustin Poirier fight, and then it might have been Izzy and Yoel, or I'm completely off. But
I think you're right.
No, Izzy and Yoel might have been Zhang and Joanna. Either way, this is going to be 3 title fights.
Right. Yoel and Izzy fought after Jean and Joanna fought,
right?
With one of the greatest fights,
which was both 5 rounds and then another 5 rounds. So it's going to be a long night, and this is 3 title fights. Each one's going to be 5 rounds. I think Peter, fuck man, I hate like I said, I love Aldo. Been watching him since he was in the WEC, but I think Peter probably takes it in and I know I'm saying his name wrong, but I don't give a fuck. Better, whatever. I think Yan TKO's Aldo in 3.
TKO's in 3. I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
3, if not second.
But I love Aldo to win, man, and it's hard, it's easy to say, oh, if the old Aldo showed up, because he hasn't been the same in a long time.
No, not since he got knocked out by Conor.
Man, even before that, honestly, like towards the end of his reign, there were some fights that you could tell he was able, not that he was coasting, but he was able to win decisions just by
barely,
being just enough, just better, just barely better. But if that old Aldo were to ever show up, just because it's still a possibility, he would destroy Jan. But going off, recent performances and stuff, even though he did good against Marlon Moraes, Jan takes it in 3, I'd say.
3, okay. And moving up, we have Alexander Volkanovski and Max Bless Holloway.
Fuck, man. What do you think? I mean, we watched the first fight together.
First fight, Max wasn't fully there. I don't think. No, I mean, after losing to Dustin.
Yeah, maybe.
He lost to Dustin in a banger fight, five-round fight.
Fuck yeah.
Lost that, and then 2-3 months later came in and fought Alex.
That could be a thing, that he was still,
Rusty
having residual effects from that.
I personally, I love Max.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I love Max. I think Volkanovski's gonna win this one.
I think he's gonna win it again. I think he's
gonna knock him out this time, though.
So, oh really?
I think he's gonna knock him out.
I don't know if Holloway can be knocked out. I mean, the way Dustin was landing fucking punches on him and he couldn't knock him out. He's got a chin on him.
He does. I think 4th round knockout by Volkanovski.
I think Holloway is so successful because he can fight southpaw and orthodox very well, and he like switches back and forth and hits with both. And he's obviously really tall and lanky, so he can play his reach, and that's how he was able to beat Aldo, and he beat the shit out of Ortega, and all these fighters that he beat. But Volkanovski just kept getting in his face. He chopped away at his legs the entire time, and I think he's going to do the same thing again. I think he's strong enough and tough enough that he's just going to keep getting in Holloway's face.
I mean, we know he's tough when he played rugby, man.
Exactly, yeah.
You have to be a crazy man to play rugby.
He was 214 pounds.
Playing rugby.
And he was 145 in the UFC. That's ridiculous. And you could tell, like, he's stocky. He's short, but he's stocky. Yeah, I say decision again, but I think Volkanovski wins decision.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm. And then what you guys should be watching this card for, if you don't know anybody else, you guys know.
I mean, for any of our fans that are maybe casuals or just some of our friends that are going to support and watching, or if you're trying to learn anything about the UFC, if you know anything about hype, this is a fight that you have to watch.
Definitely. Gamebred, Masvidal, and Kamaru, the Nigerian Nightmare, Usman. Bro, this fight's gonna be a fucking blast.
Fuck, man, I'm so damn excited for this fight, man.
All props to fucking Jorge for taking a 6-day notice fight.
To cut the weight to travel to Abu Dhabi. And not that Kamaru's not doing it, because he also is traveling later than expected because he thought, oh, I'm out of a fight now.
But he
had a full camp.
From rumors, he had a full camp.
Relatively full, yeah.
Where George did not have any camp. Where Jorge, damn chill got me saying George.
I know, right? Jorge's is weird because he had a good-sized camp going up to what he thought was going to be the Kamaru fight. Then he wasn't getting paid enough, so that was probably like 3-4 weeks ago. So that's the thought process is, after that, did he lay off a little bit? I know he's an athlete, so he's not just coming off the couch. But how rigorously was he training after he realized?
How hard he was training. Yeah, definitely. I think it was still going hard.
I think so too. He's been saying in interviews like he was with Ariel Helwani, and he said, yeah, I was staying active, but I wasn't training hard. But I think that's just Jorge playing his game.
Definitely, especially like the pictures he sent earlier today on Instagram with him eating a pizza.
Eating a pizza. What's today? It's like 4 days before he has to drop 22 pounds, because he said, I'm like 190, 192. Really? You're eating a large pizza and you got to drop 20 pounds, Jorge? I think he's just playing mind games, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if his weight's pretty good right now. And the thing is, if you go off without any secrets, if you go off how it looks, that he's taking the fight on 6 days, he hasn't been training. If you go off how it looks, unfortunately, Kamaru has the better chance of winning this fight. He
has the advantage right now. Even in the betting odds, he's 3-1 favorite.
That's crazy.
So
that's crazy. My heart says Jorge.
I want Jorge to win. In reality, if Jorge doesn't knock Usman out in the first 3 rounds, I feel like Usman's going to wrestle him down.
He's going to win by decision.
He's not going to get a knockout. You're not
fuck
gonna
no, he's
you're not gonna knock out Jorge. Jorge only has one knockout loss in his career, and it was
Does he?
early. Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
So he has one knockout loss in his career, 2 submission losses, and then 10 decision losses.
Yeah, that's wild.
So Jorge doesn't get knocked out.
Right.
It's rarely.
Kamaru's definitely not going to do it. If you watch the Kamaru versus Colby Covington fight, Kamaru's stand-up is just not nearly as good.
No,
as
dude,
Jorge's.
it's not as accurate. He doesn't have the.
Fuck no, dude.
He's built great.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have the power.
He's very strong.
He doesn't have that power, in the accuracy.
Yeah.
Where Jorge has that accuracy.
Yeah.
Growing up doing backyard fighting with Kimbo Slice back in the day.
Yeah.
He can fight.
His stand-up's amazing. His accuracy's good. He's an assassin out there, man. He's a killer.
So, who do you got? Who do you got Saturday night? Usman, Masvidal.
Second round Masvidal.
Second round Masvidal. Are we going flying knee? Are we going?
I think he's gonna take him out with his hands, probably.
Hands?
Yeah, he's gonna knock him out cold. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
In an interview on First Take when I was watching earlier today, Jorge said he's gonna knock him out in the first round.
He didn't specify how. I'm gonna break his face. He's been saying that a lot.
He said he's gonna baptize him.
The thing is with Usman, and no disrespect to him, obviously he's the champion, but he's not gangster enough to go in there, and that's why he hasn't said, "Oh, I'm gonna go and stand with Jorge Masvidal," because he knows he can't. You know, with Colby, he didn't attempt a single takedown, and I don't think neither did Colby Covington.
No,
they stood striking the whole time because their striking is fairly even, and he was even losing that striking battle until he got the stoppage at the end, whatever, whether it was early or not. I think it shouldn't have been stopped that fast, but whatever. He's not gangster enough to say, "Oh, I'm going to go stand with Jorge Masvidal."
No,
he hasn't commented on it, so that leads me to believe he'll stand with him for the first couple exchanges, just because every round starts on the feet, and then he's going to go straight for a takedown.
Yeah, and hopefully Masvidal can stop those takedowns.
Well, the thing is, Masvidal knows. Put that knee in his head.
Put that knee as soon as he puts it down. Just put that knee. Knock
Just
him
like
out.
the Askren fight.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, Masvidal, even though he hasn't had an official camp, per se, like a full training camp, he's known that Usman's going to be his opponent. You know, for the past, 4 months, maybe? That he's known my next fight, after the Diaz fight, he's known my next fight is going to be Usman, more than likely. And from rumors I've heard, he's been training his wrestling like crazy. He's already had pretty good wrestling. Obviously, he trained it against Askren, so that's got to play a factor as well. He didn't have to use it, because 5 seconds, he knocked him out. But I think Jorge's tricky. I think he's playing mind games, saying like, "Oh, I'm overweight. I'm not really." He's like, "But I'm game bred. I'm gonna go in there and I'm gonna fight and knock this dude out."
This would be a great card,
Dude, I can't even wait.
Hopefully, you guys don't miss this card. I personally think Jorge's gonna win. Also,
Yeah.
I don't know if I mentioned that earlier or not. I probably did.
Yeah, well, we know. Yeah.
But dude, you guys can't miss this fight.
Yeah,
You
if
really
there's,
can't.
it's Saturday night. It's on pay-per-view, so you will have to pay for it, but it's gonna be worth every dollar. 100%. 3 title fights on the line. Hopefully these predictions are true, man. Like there's, like I said, with the heart once and with the brain once. I want Aldo to win. I don't know if he will. Volkanovski and Holloway, I'm whatever about. I think Volkov is going to win that one.
So quick rundown.
Yep.
Right? Out of the 5 fights we have on there.
Yep.
I got Paige, Rose, Jan, Volkanovski, and Jorge.
Okay.
You?
And I got Amanda, Rose. Aldo. I'm going to go Aldo. I probably said Jan earlier. I'm going to switch it. Amanda, Rose, Aldo, Volkanovski, Jorge.
Let's go. And so, hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Keep out for the next video, probably coming Saturday night.
Do not miss Saturday night. Some of you guys watch this and you're just like, "Oh, let me support my friend." Do not miss Saturday night. I'm telling you. Don't come up to me or Mario on Sunday or Monday. "Hey, did you watch the fights?" "Yeah, I saw the highlights." No, watch those fights. I'm telling you. This is gonna make you a huge fan. Don't miss out, guys.
What he said.
We'll see you then.